People want to change something, so they need a kind of self-awareness and also a group, also society awareness, and the awareness that you can change something.
Philosophy should open more to the people and should also take more importance in daily life, in work and so on.
Science in general should give the information more to the people instead of keeping them. I think that's the main problem, that they don't spread the knowledge.
If it's possible to transform the results of scientific research into politic action, then there's a big possibility to change a lot.
Enhancing Life project is deeply political. I might just be talking about concepts as a philosopher, but you wouldn't want to think about new concepts if they didn't connect with real life political situations.
The word political comes from the Greek word polis, which means city. And yes, we're thinking about how to live together in the polis.
Just given the fact that we live together in communities means we have to organize our lives, and if we're going to enhance our lives, we have to enhance our political lives as well.
In this world of divisions, we're very polarized around our political parties, and we're forgetting that there's much more that connects us than divides us.
I think part of the work that we need to do as a project is finding a language to talk with the political arena and the medical arena and the scientific arena and the theological arena and so on and so on.
People outside of the academy want to know what scholars are doing in order to confront these major issues.
So we're constantly having to think about how we can apply it to the general public, and if we don't, we're doing a disservice.
Academics, theoreticians should also try to dirty their hands, maybe, and see if they can make a difference.
I hope that many of the scholars will find the courage, some already have it, to do the translation into the appropriate life spheres outside of the academy. Then we will see some interesting things happening, and then life really starts, because it's no use to just publish books. That's only life in a library or on the internet. We need life outside, and the potential of this project is absolutely fantastic.
You have certain problems in real life, and then you take a look who is working on these problems. Human sciences have a perspective, natural scientists have a perspective, theologians have a perspective, and then it gets intriguing and interesting.
And I saw a number of folks connecting about a theory that maybe someone has been working on that the other scholar didn't know. Folks were asking for references all the time, texting and emailing.
And we saw it here in Berlin at Liebenberg Castle, that there was really something going on. Someone said last year, keep the fire alive. Luckily, we did not have to keep it actively. It was really burning.
uplifted because I met several people last year, and I know who will be very good for my own work with whom I can engage, and I learned from those who are further away from my own research. They really open up new worlds for me.
This middle seminar, we knew going in it would be this moment of anxiety and creativity at the same time, and that was the case. There was a lot of energy and goodwill, but also a lot of, well, are we sure we know what we're doing and where we're going, both as a group and individually?
There's the timeline, there's a deadline. You know, we're halfway through, and we all have specific outcomes that we're trying to meet. And so, you know, this is sort of the check-in and the checkpoint about, all right, what have you done and what do you still have yet to do? And so
as a physician, I so rarely get to sit next to theologians and biblical scholars and social scientists. And it was such a privilege to listen to them and a struggle to understand them and to take that into my own work, because I want to really derive from the wealth of the knowledge and experience from that group to bring a unique aspect to my work.
So the conference reminded me how much knowledge is out there that applies to the recent debates, and we should really go and, as journalists, approach the academia and encourage them to bring in their knowledge.
There's some unpredictability, but there's real evidence that we are on a good way, that we are moving into the right direction. So we'll see what Enhancing Life studies will look in a couple of years, and we'll see next year what actually came out of this productive tension of searching for enhancing life as a frame and working with it, and the scholarly work in the various fields.
What does it mean to build a great nation? Should the government decide on how much privacy is good for us?
What makes a life worth living?
One of the things the Enhancing Life project does is give us the chance to develop new kinds of language.
Human beings have always sought not only to survive, but to better or enhance their lives.
We live in a time when human consumption patterns are putting unprecedented pressures on the natural world.
In today's culture of hypercommunication, it is important to appreciate and cherish communication breakdown.
We need to know how new futures are made, including those of the past.
My Enhancing Life project.
We live in a world.
So what should we do next?